Alcohol is the central nervous system depressant that causes brain activity to slow down, so therefore produces this sedative effect and can help you relax and feel sleepy. People have used the alcohol for these effects for years. After we consume alcohol, it goes into our bloodstream. Enzymes in the liver then get to work on metabolizing the alcohol, somewhat of a slow process with a half-life of about 4 to 5 hours. Your body can take over a day to fully eradicate it from your system, dependent on a bunch of factors. Firstly, to fully grasp the impact that alcohol has on sleep, we need to also put this into terms that are probably a little easier to understand. So what we're going to do is we're going to treat this like an exam for sleep latency and overall sleep quality. And you can grade yourself. 90% plus, you get an A grade, 80% plus a B, 70% a C, 60% a D, and so on and so forth. Now, firstly, there are a bunch of other things that will impact sleep quality. Caffeine intake, room temperature, light exposure, body temperature, to name but a few. So we're only considering one factor and making grades on that one factor. So we can add or take the other ones away. Sleep is probably, just get that out there, sleep is probably the most important performance factor we have. Whatever your performance goals, cognitive, physical, whatever, sleep is the most important factor. So positives first. Alcohol needs to be managed, not eradicated, managed. Just to get that out there. This isn't some lecture telling you have to stop drinking. We all choose our vices, and what we do know about vices, they need managed, and we need education around them. Second positive, kind of. Research has shown us that alcohol reduces sleep onset latency. In layman's terms, we fall asleep faster. It is also shown as though that those same people who fall asleep faster will experience sleep disruptions and decrease in sleep quality. Less than 2 drinks, you could knock 9% off your grade. 2 drinks, 24% off the grade. And if you have more than 2 drinks, you lose 39.2% off those grades, caused largely by an imbalance between slow wave and REM sleep. Snorers, interesting one. It can make snoring significantly worse because it relaxes your airways. So if you have a couple of drinks of an evening, 3 to 4 days a week, you're hitting a C or a D grade of sleep. That's impacting your overall productivity, your wakefulness in the day, your reliance on stimulants, and ultimately mental health and physical health. For those of you that use wearable tech, you've probably already seen these numbers. Alcohol is a great social facilitator, and good friends are good for us. Of that, we can probably agree. There is even research that tells us that we converse more. But without sounding like a broken record, moderation truly is key, with a big dose of education around its impact, so we can choose our grades. If those grades are important, make sure we have the tools to make educated choices. So if you intend having a drink, have it earlier in the evening so you get a chance to metabolize it, and make sure you hydrate. Also, make sure you're clear as to why you're doing it. If it helps you relax and sleep, understand that the initial problem may have been caused by the very same thing you're attempting to resolve it with. If you use it as part of a culture you become a part of, city workers, for example, with easy access to bars and boozy lunches, be careful why you're doing it. Is it just because it's convenient and everybody else is doing it? But essentially, be your own guide, choose your grades based off the education you have, and choose your outcome.